Zach, is that you that's recording? And which breakout are you attending?
I'm going to Scouts BSA breakout.
Okay. Is there somebody else recording that's going to go to Cub Scouts, or I can record? I think
Morgan and I talked about that she would record the Cub one. So
okay. Sounds good.
I just noticed that I think the Zoom link we were sending individually didn't have the right passcode in, so I'm sending it right now to those that had individual emails.
Oh,
Because I tried to get in from that link and it said, what's the passcode? And it wasn't in the email. So,
oops.
The links were actually different.
yeah.
I noticed that, so I copied them both and I tried the one you sent today first. So I don't know what happened to that.
It's always a little something.
Yep.
Let's see.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hi, Sarah, Linda, Kelly, Alan, Mark, Doug. Good to see all of you, or at least your screen. Elizabeth, how many was that? About 5 or 6 people that got the individual link?
Yeah. I think I just sent it again with the passcode in it. So hopefully
Okay,
they'll check that.
sounds good.
So yeah, David, I see you sent the email that you couldn't get the passcode, but you found this one? David Schmitzky's on, right?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah, muted, but he's on.
Okay.
Hi, David.
yeah,
Hi, Tom.
Passcode was on the MailChimp one.
Yes, it was. Yeah. It was just the one we were sort of sending it out individually.
Easy to miss that sometimes out of the. You try to simplify the 10-line one that you get from Zoom, so that you're not giving people 6 different area or 6 different time zones.
Yeah.
Right.
Great to see everybody.
Hey,
Hello,
good
everyone.
evening, Tom.
We got to think summer.
I had my sunglasses on and then it's just like way too dark. So I can't help it.
Yeah, you got the same thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it completely blacks
It's
it.
already super dark. I don't have a light in my living room, so I have like Christmas lights that I hang up, and and then I have my kitchen and my hall light on, trying to get in light. So I was like, sunglasses can't happen.
They really
I
block.
couldn't get my Hawaiian shirt. My flight got canceled.
You got
That's unfortunate. All right. Hello. Welcome, everybody. It is 7:01, so we will get started in the interest of time. I'm going to share my screen so that we can have what we need. All right, welcome to our February roundtable. Just a couple of reminders as far as the meeting goes. If you could share your name and your unit in chat to give us an idea of who you are and where you're from, and just be aware of background noise as people are presenting and speaking. This roundtable, we're going to have 2 breakouts. There will be one for Cub Scout volunteers and one for Scouts BSA. And so when we get to that portion, I think we have it set so that you should be able to select your own breakout, but if not, we'll make sure we get you to where you need to go. And as always, this roundtable will be recorded and is available on the website for later reference. So if there's anybody that you know of that could use the information, please direct them that way. Morgan, did you start recording?
Someone already did. It's not me, but we're recording, yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I've got it, Matt.
okay. All right, so this is the Roundtable team. My name is Matt Pegliero. I'm a Cub Master in Holman, but I also lead the team that organizes these monthly meetings. And some of the content that you see is suggested by Scouts BSA National, but we are open to suggestions. So please reach out if you have ideas for future content or would like to see something, or even if you need to make an announcement or update about a council event, let one of us know, and we'll make sure we include that in a future roundtable. With that being said, we will, I'm going to turn it over to David for our opening.
Okay, thank you. If you're in uniform, scout salute. If not, hand over heart. So flag salute, pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Okay, scout salute, scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And now the scout law. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And finally, the outdoor code. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, to be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation minded. Thank you, too.
Thank you, David. Okay, so here's the agenda for tonight. So prior to breakouts, we have a little bit of content. We're going to try to get to breakouts as close to 7 to 15 as we can. And then we'll have some discussion there and then come back for some updates about future events and some unveils of things happening with the centennial celebrations. But first, we do have a safety moment. Elizabeth was going to take this. Elizabeth, do you want me to share the web
Yes,
page,
please.
or do you want to? Okay.
Yes, if you could.
Okay.
So I don't know how many, by raising your hand, do you know the SAFE, safe checklist? Okay, I know that there was a Sweet 16 and there's a safe. So maybe the safe is maybe an easier one to recall and focus on. So if you can scroll down, Matt. So supervision. So as you see here, youth are supervised by qualified and trustworthy adults, and they set the example for safety. So you need to be trained and know all about the key factors in setting up and delivering a safe event, the safe program. That's S. A, assessment. You look at the program guidance standards and make sure the activity is not prohibited. You assess all the other guidance and standards for safe travel, validating the activity is age appropriate, that you have enough training and your scouts are able to do the activities that you're trying to do, and the adults, and develop contingency plans. So that's your assessment phase, A. F, fitness and skill. Again, is it the right, appropriate for their age and maturity and physical capabilities? Other factors of their fitness or health conditions. Make sure that their minimal skills are able to do this, and provide any training up front. Fitness and skill, F. And then finally, E, equipment and environment. Make sure that you assess all of that, that you confirm that their clothing and equipment is for the right temperatures. I know our troop is going on a night hike on Friday, so we talked about how you get ready to do a night hike and what is all the clothing required, and looking at the weather ahead of time. Again, reviewing the activity suitable during the planning and immediately for use, and adjusting it as needed. Don't be afraid to, adjust and if things aren't quite what you thought, try to go to a plan B, and maybe even have a plan B ahead of time in case something doesn't quite turn out the way you thought it was supposed to be. So SAFE. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And it looks like there is a downloadable PDF with this file. If
Right.
you want to jump to the website at some point, you could download that and have that as a reference for your troop or pack. Okay. Hold on. There we go. All right. So even though it is snowing and blowing outside, it is time to start thinking about summer, believe it or not, but it is. And so we have some people from our summer camp team here to share some information about what's upcoming for the program out at Camp Decorah. So I think I'm going to turn it over. Is Kelly doing this one?
I can do this one.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, we're gearing up for Camp Decorah 2022. It's been exciting just watching the growth from the past couple of years, and we're at that point now where you look back on it and it's amazing what the staff has done over the last 2 years, and almost the entire staff is back for year number 3. So they're well trained, they're well oiled, and they keep getting better and better at what they do, and they provide such a quality program. The things that we really targeted on, we're improving our teaching skills, which we have, improving program content, which we have, and just improving the overall traditions that belong to Camp Decorah. So if you haven't found a place to camp yet, we'd love to have you back here. Our dining hall program's second to none. And we try to incorporate the scouts in it as much as we can. And the neat thing about camp, and the fact that, because of our size, 333 acres, we're so compact, but we're so easy, we're justifiable, which means we can customize any kind of experience that we want, that you guys want. We had a troop that did some inside cooking, and we worked with them because that's all they wanted to do. Made sure they had all the information that they need, and you rarely see that at other camps. And it's something that we're really proud of, is just going over the top when it comes to customer service. Merit badges, we added a session called the Eagle Hour, which is our 2 o'clock hour, and all the merit badges in the 2 o'clock hour are all Eagle required. We're going to have a couple of them where they're going to get, they'll be able to get partials on some of their citizenship ones. And we added some art and sculpture are now up in handicraft. We added citizenship in the world full-time during the morning. And then we added fire safety as well, which is be up in the Scoutcraft area. So the merit badges, we keep expanding. We keep looking at what we can do just to better the value and the information that your scouts can get. Our Brown Sea program is second to none. Is just amazing at what he does. So for those, and there's statistics that say kids who don't attend first year summer camp, they don't stick with scouting. So you want to get your kids to scout camp. And we suggest, if your troop is taking a really cool adventure somewhere outside the council, those first year kids, if you want to, send them to us. We'd love to have them. Our close location makes it easy to swap adults in and out if you don't have adults that can commit to an entire week. We have scouts that have left for an evening for other activities. We'll work with your troops on this. We'll work with your leaders on this. And if your troop is planning to come to Corps, we hope you are. We need to know by the end of February for our planning purposes. So we're excited by everything that's going on, and just talking to the staff. We have we're completely hired. There's a couple more positions I'm looking for, but we're getting together February 26th, and that's when it's game on for these kids and for these incredible trainers and leaders, and we're looking forward to it. So we encourage you to help us out. If you have any questions at all on camp, if you're still undecided where you're going to go or what you're going to do, we'd be happy to help you out. Just get a hold of me or get a hold of Joe, and we'd love to have you back at camp.
All right, thank you, Kelly. And I believe Sarah is going to give us an update about Cub Scout programs at camp.
Yep, I am here to talk about week-long day camp specifically. This year, our theme is Lost in Space. If you haven't heard all about that already, as a pack leader, I encourage you to bring out your whole pack or even a few dens to come out to camp. Kids that come to camp are more likely to stay in Cub Scouts and then move up. Parents are more likely to volunteer. We need your help with this to help us encourage your parents and your kids to get out there and hang out with us for a week and learn all about science and space and hear some guest presenters and do the normal fun summer stuff like that we can only do right out at Camp Decorah with BB guns and archery and swimming all week long. So I hope to see you out there in August.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
I can cover the other stuff too, Matt, as we get ready for our Cub Scout program. We had a great year last year. Our numbers are really increased. Just getting these kids out and getting them to experience Camp Decorah and getting it in their blood where it becomes their camp and they want to do more and more of it. And it's neat because the way the Cub program is set up into Webelos and our 24-hour camp is it's just little bites of this and that, and we show them what they can do later when they go on. So it's a fun way to think. And when we go through our staff training, when it comes to training for Cub Scouts, the main focus is over the top. We make everything just bigger and larger than life because that's what we have to do. We give the kids this incredible program and we make it so much fun for them as well as the staff as well. July 7th through 9th is our Game On, where it's going to be 2 days of games where they'll play traditional games, plus we'll help them make their own. Our Mission Impossible is our Mission Cub, and we're going to have a spy camp that will be based around trying to solve mysteries and investigative things as well. Our 24-hour camp, and once again, is just to get those kids a taste of camp. If this is their first time camping, and you're not sure if they're going to handle 2 days, the 24-hour one is perfect because one of the things we pride ourselves on is we're going to keep them moving from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed. So there isn't much of that gap where they can just wander off or get bored of what they do. So July 5th through the 7th is our Mission Cub Possible Camp. July 7th through 9 is our Game On camp. And then on July 30th and 31st is our 24-hour camp at Camp Decorah. Once again, you have any other questions, you can get a hold of Sarah, you can get a hold of me, you can get a hold of David Schmidtke or Joe, and we'd be happy to help you out. And once again, get those Cubs out to camp. Those outdoor programs are important at this age, at this skill level, and we just want to help them build and grow in the scouting community. And once again, once they start at Cubs, they'll just keep growing to the point where they're in scouts, and then they can come and work for me. That's the ultimate goal at the end. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Great, thank you. Are any of these dedicated as Webelos camps, or are they all open to all age groups?
The advancement that's scheduled July 5 to 7, that's a camp that's scheduled with Weebelo activity pin programming. And you can find more information on the Weebelo camp website, linked off of that URL down below. There's 2 different tracks. Every Weebelo scout in attendance will earn 4 different activity pins. So those are 4 less pins that you need to worry about as a den leader or pack leader. Game On is a camp that's scheduled specifically for Cub Scouts, so kids that are going into grades 1 through 4 in the fall, and they can pick their advancement track. So you can earn the last 3 belt loops that you needed as a tiger, or you can earn the very first 3 that you need as a wolf. And you'll see those listed online also. And then 24-hour camp has less of an advancement focus and more of focus on seeing and doing as many of the areas as you can.
All right, thanks. All right, is there somebody that wanted to give an overview of some of this?
I can cover this real quick. As Sarah mentioned, we're asking PACs to embrace the idea of trying to bring as many of their youth together to the program. That really allows your PAC to develop some additional connections between kids and families. And something that I personally have seen over many, many years is that parents of those kids that get that summer camp experience are individuals that are then ripe for a volunteer role in your unit, because they drink the Kool-Aid, so to speak. Next month in March, tune in for the world premiere of our Cub Scout camp promo video. So first time ever that it'll be shown public will be at the March Roundtable. You can schedule a pack meeting visit. So our Camp Decorah team will come in and provide some of the content for you at an upcoming pack meeting, songs, games, skits, giveaways, parent Q&A. There's a pre-camp party on March 27th online. Join us for 45 minutes of fun and information to learn more about the summer lineup, and look for a special personal invitation in every Cub Scouts mailbox soon as well. New this year, everybody that registers by an early bird deadline, which will be sometime before the school year concludes, will receive a free t-shirt when they come to camp as well. So we got a lot of reasons for you to build this into your family and PAC's summer calendar.
Great. That's all really, really exciting. Okay, so even though it's snowing outside and it's February, it is time to start making plans now. So we kind of went over camp opportunities at Camp Decorah, but crews should be looking at high adventure opportunities for the summer. And even if you're a leader of a Cub Scout pack, scheduling some summer pack activities to keep those Cubs and those families connected so that they can have a year-round program is definitely a benefit. And there is a National Summertime Pack Award that packs and Cub Scouts can earn if they attend 3 Cub Scout activities with your pack throughout the summer. This is now the time to be making your reservations, registrations for camp, getting permits for tours and some of those bigger high adventure trips. And also make sure you get your families on board. This is the time that family calendars are filling up for the summer. So make sure you get those dates to them, let them know what their payment options are. Especially if you have, maybe you have a troop with some new Webelos that just crossed over and this might be their first summer camp experience. Make sure you get all of that information to them. This is also the time to make sure that everybody has the correct health form. And there is a new BSA health form required starting this summer. And so your source for that, the website is here. If you go to the health form website, you can get the most current version of that. And we just want to make sure that everybody is aware that for those shorter camps, those Cub Scout camps, only Part A and B is required, which does not require a physical exam. But if you are going to a camp that is longer than 72 hours, Scouts BSA week-long camps, a physical exam will be required for all participants, including adults. So please make sure that you get the correct form or the link to the forms to your parents. And just as a best practice reminder, once you get those forms, it's always a good idea to keep those in a safe, secure location before you travel and during your travel and on your way back home. So there we go, ready for summer. All right, we are going to move on to our breakouts. And so we have one for Cub Scout volunteers and one for Scouts BSA volunteers. So we will do that right now.
Hey, Matt, when are we planning to come back?
We're going to go until 7:45.
Okay, perfect. So if you were not assigned to a room, you should be able to pick your room now. Can people choose
It's
their
not
room?
offering me. No.
It's not offering you? Okay. All right, I will sign real quick.
Brenda, like your summer outfit. I love it.
Did you hear that we were planning for summer, Rob? And since you're actually in the summer world, you decided to join us and rub it in, or what?
Right, I've got my national parks sweatshirt on here tonight. Yeah, I'm in Alpine, Texas tonight.
Elias, where do you want to go? Cub Scouts or Scouts BSA?
I'd like to go to Scouts BSA.
Got you,
That's
Rob.
where I need to be too.
You need to be Scouts BSA? Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna pop over to Cub Scouts, so.
Elias, I didn't catch something. You're on mute here if you said anything.
Send me to Cub Scouts.
Cub Scouts, gotcha. And I will go here.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you guys got away with a couple minutes.
What?
You could have been saying all that bad stuff about me
Oh,
without the
we wasted
recording.
our opportunity.
You missed it, yeah.
Okay,
you
just
had
a quick,
Do you have the timer in the top right by chance?
no,
Okay,
Yes.
well,
oh, Eric does. Okay, all those temporary changes that were in effect about advancement is going to expire in March 1st. So all the different deferring of swimming requirements or camping and all of that, we're all back to square one normal. So just be mindful that now we're back to no more, like I say, changing and deferments. And any other updates you want as things change for COVID can be found on the scouting.org website. Okay, so we're going to watch a video here. Believe it or not, Scouts BSA recruiting. So, and we'll also, yes. You know, sometimes these, Zach, do you happen to have the YouTube, the link there to work from your sharing screen?
yeah, I'm pulling it up right now here.
Thank you. Got a new computer with Windows 11 now, and Norton, I think it's trying to be very protective of me.
You think when you get a new computer, it's supposed to work, right?
Yeah, it takes some iterations of fixing.
All right, give me 1 second.
Thank you.
Scouts BSA.
Oh, we got Sarah's puppy there. Oh, welcome to Zoom. Hi. So cute. He's new to your family, right, Sarah? Recently?
Yep, just
Couple
months.
couple months, yeah.
Yeah, get the young one started on Zoom early.
Sorry to put you on the spot, Zach.
Oh, you're all right. I just got 100 things open right now, so taking me a second. I want to share sound.
So just think about ahead, you know, this video is about, you know, different ways of recruiting other than an event, and think about how any of you have been successful with this in some of these ideas.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
And
Hello and welcome to this month's Roundtable. Recruiting can be one of the biggest challenges to running a successful troop, especially today. In this breakout session, we're going to focus on how to recruit older youth new to scouting into Scouts BSA. There are two kinds of recruiting, static and dynamic. Static recruiting is time and event-based, like planning a camping event every year in the fall, specifically to recruit youth, or setting up an information booth at a local event. Static recruiting can be a lot of work, requiring significant investments of time and effort, and it doesn't always have a significant return for your troop. Then there's dynamic recruiting. Dynamic recruiting is intentional and continual. It's also fun, simple, and effective. Let's explore how dynamic recruiting can work for your troop. Research shows people join people, not organizations. Our most effective recruiting in the troop comes from building relationships between potential scouts and their families and the troop's youth, families, and adult volunteers. We can create opportunities for this type of recruiting through normal friend activities. Normal friend activities, or NFAs are the ideal opportunity for your scouts to invite friends to low-key monthly activities to build friendships with the scouts in your troop in a relaxed environment. Our research has shown inviting potential scouts to a formal troop meeting can feel overwhelming to both the visiting youth and their family. Everyone is in uniform with words, hand signs memorized, lots of confusing acronyms like PLC, SPL, and ASM being thrown around, and scouts talking about requirements and ranks and other challenges. This can intimidate visitors into not returning. Instead, we can help our scouts plan monthly normal friend activities. You might already be doing them. An NFA might be a pickup game of soccer or kickball after the troop meeting. It could be a movie, video gaming, or tabletop game night. Or maybe a chip tasting event where everyone brings a bag to try. Bowling, skating, backyard bonfires, anything your scouts would enjoy doing at a low or no cost as a relaxed group of friends is fair game. The key word is relaxed. Wear activity shirts instead of field uniforms. Keep the structure to a minimum and let the youth enjoy each other's company. And then have them invite their non-scouting friends who meet the joining requirements for your troop. Visitors to your normal friend activities, especially repeat visitors, get comfortable and start to feel like part of the group with your scouts and are much more likely to be interested in joining the troop in the future. These NFAs are not the time for the scouting hard sell to either the youth or their family. They're more about building relationships. In fact, you might find, in addition to being a good recruiting tool, normal friend activities are also a great retention tool for the youth already in your troop. Once a visiting youth has built friendships with your scouts through NFAs and seems eager for more, then it's your time for your troop's marketing materials to be ready. We've learned it's most effective to sell the features of the program to the youth, but emphasize the benefits of the program to their adults. For example, you can create an exciting one-page flyer specifically for youth, highlighting all the amazing adventures your scouts are going to participate in for the next year. Adults, however, will be more receptive to a message of the benefits of scouting. Their flyer should show how scouting uses an outdoor program to teach character and leadership and opens the door to future opportunities and scholarships. If the thought of making marketing materials overwhelms you, you'll be excited to know the BSA has a brand center with photos, flyers, videos, and more ready to download and share at scouting.org/brand center. So check it out and see all the neat tools available to you. While you're online, also take a look at scouting.org/recruitment. This is our recruitment landing page designed to help you find even more resources for recruiting, like schedules for social media campaigns, geofencing, past marketing webinars, and more. Recruiting with normal friend activities can be a simple and effective way to grow your troop. Remember, building relationships in a low-pressure environment is key. Please use the additional time to consider the questions on screen. Thank you for all you do.
Do you want me to stop sharing so you can go again or leave these up?
Sorry, that's great. So in the chat, if there's, we're going to kind of go around and get what has worked for you, normal friend activities, kind of ideas. Have you recruited at all straight into your Scouts BSA troop? If there's something else that you were wanting to also ask tonight of this Scouts BSA breakout, put it in chat and we'll make sure we cover that. But so what have you done in your troop that has worked in terms of recruiting somebody outside of scouting? Does anyone have something that they can share that they found has worked so far?
We recently had a skiing event. We instead of having a normal troop meeting, we actually met at Mount La Crosse. and did some skiing out there. I think a few of the scouts brought some friends or ran into friends, and just kind of a light type activity. And I think everyone kind of enjoyed a little break from the normal troop meeting to go out and enjoy the winter sports.
Yeah, in our troop 19, a female troop, we have a bring a friend activities, and we did do that major type of recruiting event in last June at Camp Decorah. It didn't actually, as it turned out, it probably didn't have to be that major. We could have, just had a couple things for them to try and bring a friend and setting up. We had a rocket launch thing and the BB gun and the zip line. And if we just did that and had sort of a fun picnic, I think that would have, it definitely sold 5 girls to join. So we recruited 5 from that have stayed with us. Anyone else? I see a lot of mutes, but I'll sort of kind of maybe start to go around and get your thoughts done.
Well, I guess we probably haven't seen a lot of success from some of our attempts, but we used the scout night at the races last year to try to, offer youth to invite friends to hang out at an event like that, or at a bowling event that we had at some new ownership at a bowling alley here in Galesville. I think Linda, our committee member, she has a son, Walter. I think she's here at the meeting tonight. I think through word of mouth has had a boy who's been interested in joining our group. So they put the offer out for him to come. We haven't had him actually arrive at a meeting yet, but hopefully.
Okay. What have people learned from some of the things that they have tried?
Not good salesman.
It's tough to be a sales. Can you explain that, Mark?
Just a lot of these things, you try a lot of things, put a lot of effort into it, and yeah, a lot of times get nothing. Even when you work with the Weeblos and put all that time, well, sometimes we're happy because they even go to another troop, but sometimes they just don't go forward, and you really, that's a lot of time invested.
We handed out something like 500 carabiner keychains at a 4th of July parade that had it actually had the Cub Scout calendar on one side and the Scouts BSA calendar on the other side, and that resulted in nothing.
So it sounds like this is not an easy sell. Has anyone sort of done the normal friend activity approach versus sort of the marketing?
I would say we always tell our scouts to bring their friends to all kinds of events. And like I keep hearing from everybody else here, this is a really, really tough sell. And, it's really frustrating because I think we all believe we have a great program. We all have something really to offer to a lot of the kids out there. And we just, the only kids we get to join us are those that cross over from Cub Scouts. And it's not due to a lack of effort, because we do a lot of events and try to reach out and tell, the scouts to invite their friends. It's just, I don't know. I wish it was different, but maybe there's a secret we haven't figured out yet.
Okay, Tim's going to talk because for his crew, the only way I get people is by doing normal friend activities.
Yeah.
The key to me always seems to be having the repeat visitor. Make sure that kid brings his friend more than once. That seems to be the key. If you can get him to come 3 times, you've probably got him hooked. But it takes more than one to get him hooked. If you just get that one, you're not going to see him again. That just seems to be the key.
Getting them to more than one activity and keep bringing them back to they don't have to make a decision yet, just have them come join us. Hey, we're going this way. You want to come join us? So don't push too hard, too fast to see if they want to join. Is that sort of what you're saying, Tim? And
Yeah, especially the too fast thing. You just got to get
Mhm.
them. Like I said, 2 or 3 is usually the magic number. If you get a kid to 3 different things, I guess it's easy for a crew because we just go hiking and stuff and hang
Mhm.
out and that kind of thing. But I think the troops could do the same thing. But yeah, like I said, 3 is the magic number. It's a real slow process, a lot slower than I talked about in the video.
Yeah, Tim, I think you hit the nail on the head there because, as many of you either have kids that are in middle school and high school or had kids at that age. And as you know, they're busy, they're in all sorts of different activities already. So we're kind of, taking this more of like a fundraising approach than a recruitment membership approach that we've done in the past, where we're trying to build a relationship with these people ahead of time. So that's where Tim's saying, don't sell them the first meeting and ask them to join, bring them back to another event and get to know them and get to know their parents as well. Because that's ultimately who you've got to sell to is the parents on their buy-in into the program. So it's really easy to sell those Cub Scouts because they're all super excited and want to shoot BB guns and archery and this and that. So the kids, tugging on mom's arm as they're at that sign up night, but you're not going to get that out of 14-year-olds. They'll be a little more subtle about it. So that's where bringing them back and just getting to know them where there's no uniforms and it's not intimidating is the way to go.
When we recruited in June, we had that thing where they got to come out and try some stuff. And then they did come to another event, and then we talked about summer camp, and then we got them to come to summer camp. And in doing that, they, had to fill out the application and everything. But now all of them that went to summer camp are in. So as they say, when you go to summer camp, you're usually hooked. So we got them right before summer camp started. And that's, even though they couldn't go to the whole week, they just went, some of them just went Sunday through Wednesday. And then they were really bummed that they couldn't stay longer. But they at first like, oh, we can't commit to 7 days. So, maybe this coming up, do some normal friend activities, bring your friends to the stuff that's happening in May, April and May that you're doing that's fun. Bring them to the Centennial and get them to see all the fun stuff that we do. And then maybe do something in June and then get them to summer camp. They can eat, we got sort of special permission to register them if there was room. So now we have 5 more in our troop.
I guess if I can float a question out there, Elizabeth, is there any unit that kind of has like a staple event that they do? Hey, every year in May, we go fishing at XYZ Lake, or every year in September, we go hiking somewhere. Is there like a staple event or anything that you guys already kind of do that you could make into a kind of a normal friend activity? Because we're all busy. We don't need to add another thing to the calendar, but let's work smarter here. Or do you guys just all sit around tables and do merit badges?
When I was a scoutmaster during the late fall and through the winter, one of our meetings every once a month was to go to the Logan High School pool and went swimming. And if the scouts wanted to work on something, they could. If they just wanted to just have fun, they could do that. That would be, to me, would seem to me a great opportunity to just invite a friend along just to go swimming at that event.
We should.
My crew used to do that as well, so I'm going to second what he said.
And I think that would be a great way to bring Webelos along too, to invite those Webelos to go to one of those swimming events. And I think we talk about normal friend activities. I think we need to approach our Webelos in the same way. You invite them to go to that swimming event, for example. Maybe you invite them to come out. You do winter camp out of Camp Decorah. You invite them to come out for the day. Just a lot of different fun activities. Maybe you do a bike hike in the summer. Maybe you go But
We
to
go
get
fishing.
get
We go
involved
fishing
with
in
them,
April, yeah.
build a relationship with those Webelos, just like you're talking about building a relationship with potential Scouts BSA age boys and girls already. Got to build that relationship, and it takes time, and it just doesn't happen with just one approach.
This is Paul from Troop 5 in Toma. For whatever reason, my camera is not working, so it's not that I'm avoiding you seeing me. I apologize, but the one of the things that again, yeah, we have monthly outside events, and again, those are troop, those are Scouts led, so they do change once in a while. But one of the things that we found is pretty good is your charter organization can be a godsend to help with that. Like they, again, they know youth, they know families. To make that dynamic connection. Static sales never work. They never have. Again, you might get 1 out of 1,000 efforts, but again, you target certain individuals and again, you might pay dividends. And I absolutely agree on the rule of 3. You get three events, 3 great positive meetings. You probably got that youth hooked. The other thing, again, I would throw out there, a lot of y'all, do this, because we've connected is we're really close to the Bounty Waters, and they have what I call the baby Bounty Waters, to get your feet wet, where they'll take real younger youth as long as they can swim. So you're getting a chance for a short week or a long weekend high adventure with a bunch of youth. You don't go very far. I mean, you're only in like 10, 20 miles. It's not that far. And so it's an opportunity to get that taste of high adventure, and they're totally hooked. They can't stop then.
I didn't know about that, Paul. Thank you. I'll bring that to the truth here.
Well,
Thank
and
you.
again, it's in the fall, so you don't. I mean, it's snowing on you, and again, Bounty Waters in the fall, there's no bugs. Think about that. I mean, you do have to worry about the bears, but they're there all the time, so no big deal. You just scare them off. It's no big deal.
Another thing you could do, like if you're having a camp out or whatever one weekend, but you're going canoeing like on Saturday, you don't have to invite the kid to the whole weekend camp out. You can say, hey, meet us at 9 a.m. at this location. We're going to go canoeing for the morning or for the day. So, you could
Just
break
have
it
to be a
up and
part of it.
it'd be less intimidating than saying, come all weekend. So.
Right.
Absolutely, Zach. We've done that as well. Just invite them to the fun part, like the campfire. You bring the parents in, let them see that, your kids aren't a bunch of hoodlums. That's a good piece too.
Yep. And we got 2 seconds before we head back to the main session.
Okay, so we are to the portion of Roundtable where we have some updates for you, some upcoming dates and upcoming events to get on your calendar. So first of all, it's time to start really getting geared up for scouting for food. So we've got some information there. Zach or Morgan, do you want to give a little quick overview of what units should be doing?
Yeah. So we've got a Google Doc that we're going to send out to all the units. That's broken up by the 6 different communities, and then even broken up beyond that into kind of the different cities that all of our units are located. So to use Holman as example, there's 4 slots in there for the 2 packs and the 2 troops. And you guys will be able to decide what date you want to go in Holman. So that way you guys are kind of on a unified front for any sort of promotion or anything like that within the town. And then you guys can kind of work together on what areas you're going to cover as well within that town. So look for that link to be sent out. And I would say just work with those units within your communities to cover as much of the area as you can. Be strategic about it and kind of come at it with a unified front. When you guys have that date, let myself or Morgan know how many stickers you're going to need and what that date is. So that way we can get the labels prepped for you guys. So it'll be just like last year, the yellow sticky notes. The label will have the specific information for your community on when to set out the food. So you just put the sticky note on the door instead of the bags. And then the next week you would go back and pick up the food.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Friends of Scouting, Joe, or is somebody else going to take this one?
We'll just touch on this real quick. We mentioned this last month. There's a a form and an online process where you can submit your date. We're freshening things up with this program a little bit this year. Important things to know: any money that's raised stays local, and it does help us to build scouting further in terms of funding different recruiting resources, no cost handbooks for our newest members, so the different technology items that are out there as well. You got a few more weeks to get a date scheduled if you want to try and get in on that incentive, which provides for you a free night of camping in a Decorah campsite, or a buy one get one pass to use one of the lodges.
Great, thanks, Joe. All right, so training, we do have some volunteers that completed training recently. So thank you to those people. Shout out to them. We've got a Leave No Trace coming up. Tim, are you on? Do you have more information about this other than what we see?
We're camping regardless of the weather. That's my comment.
Okay, good to know.
And registration's live, right, Tim?
Registration is live.
Awesome.
Okay, very good. All right, we do have several things on the calendar coming up for training, and we're going to just leave the slide here to give you the dates, but we do have some special announcements for NYLT and Wood Badge. So Scott, I know you were on before. Are you still on for NYLT?
Yeah, I'm still here, and I don't know that I've got a special announcement. I just want to get it on your radar. And promise Tim Matting that he's just about to get the consolidated information for the for the web page. So hopefully we'll have a web page active in the next few weeks. And we've got the staff together. It's a great staff. As Kelly Wild had said, we get a lot of folks returning, so a lot of experience there. And I think we're looking forward to a really good week in June this year. New curriculum, so get your leaders trained.
All right,
and I'll be back next month with more.
Great, thanks, Scott. Wood Badge, is Alan on to do this one, or Zach, were you going to do this one?
Thought I saw Al, but if he's not able, I can touch base here. So Wood Badge, for those that don't kind of know what Wood Badge is, it's the kind of like the pinnacle training for adults in scouting. You can learn a lot of different skills through this program. Sometimes your company will even pay for you to attend this, so keep that in mind. And if you do come across that situation, let me know and I will work with your company to make sure everything's kind of paid for. But come on out. You'll get, you'll learn about the Cub Scout program the first weekend. You'll kind of learn more about the Scouts BSA the second weekend, and you're kind of like a Cub Scout at first, then you transfer over to the troop and you kind of get to see how those are supposed to run properly by being an actual participant in those programs. So it's really unique training, really fun training. You're only cool if you're a buffalo. No, I'm just kidding. You get a different critter listed. So I'm a buffalo. I went through the training in 2019 and I had a blast, and I would recommend it to any of your leaders out there.
Great, thanks, Zach. Yeah, really unique training because you get to experience scouts firsthand as a scout, but also get some great leadership skills and training as well.
You get to act like a kid for 2 weekends, so it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. For the other training things here, you can always check the Gateway Scouting Training website. Registrations will be available on those, and more information as we get closer to some of these dates. All right, how about membership team?
I don't know if Brenda wants to quickly highlight this.
Yes, I can do this. So what we're doing is we are working on putting up a my son was talking to me, so he got me off my train of thought. We are setting 2 dates where PACs and troops people could come in and learn some advertising opportunities and ways to recruit new people into the PACs. And we're going to set this up booth style with displays, materials, best practices, best ways to get those people to come in and join your PACs. And the dates are March 15th and March 21st. Zach, you're still going to set up a sign-up sheet to get that March 21st date, right?
Correct. So if you follow that link below, you can fill out the form on that page and select what date you want to attend. And based off of kind of the attendance on March 21st, we'll really kind of identify where that location is going to be. So March 15th will be at Camp Decorah, and then based off of who's registering, we might do something at another location. So
Yep.
that
So
is
come
live.
out. Yes, come out and learn how to recruit.
Quick comment on this. I just saw him setting up for the big outdoor show down at the lacrosse center today. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with things that look like that, or maybe in the home shows or things like that. I want you to kind of visualize how you can do a similar type display for scouting. And that's all about what we're going to be sharing with units
Yes.
and new materials that you can kind of check out in terms of, professional quality displays, tablecloths, handouts, giveaways. So really trying to up our image in the community as we get present at these different events. And we're going to need help from everybody, troops included, as we improve our visibility and get more people involved in scouting.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, I know we covered this the last time, but there is a new date for the Ice Fishing Derby and a new cost. Joe, any other information to share about this one?
Registration's still open online, and weather looks warm for Saturday.
I was gonna say, and I'll be there in a little bit prior to get you guys signed in, and if you have not paid yet, and then to get your patch as well.
Are all of the supplies provided?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and food. They have food
Okay.
and prizes and all the fishing stuff that you need. They'll have. They'll be drilling the
Thank
holes as
you.
well. So.
Sounds like a good deal for $2.
Yep.
There's also a warm-up shelter that is supposed to be open, so if they get cold, they can go inside.
Okay. Yep.
All right, very good. All right, the Wood Badge Celebration Dinner.
Yeah, I'll take
Lisa
this
or-
one again, Matt.
Okay,
So Wood Badge Celebration Dinner, anybody that's taken the course. So again, if you take the course, you get put into this pristine club as well. February 19th at the First Lutheran Church in Onalaska. I believe we're having turkey and mashed potatoes, and I made sure that there was gravy on the menu for that evening as well. So there's going to be some good food. There's always a little bit of an auction as well with some fun items to be bought as well. So come on down, bring some cash, come in for some fun, for some camaraderie, and kind of share some memories of taking that Wood Badge course.
all right, very good. Okay, OA Fun Day and popcorn recognition. Was Kevin on, or I know we did this one the last time?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know we did last time, so just last reminder to get your scouts, any airmen signed up, they get to attend for free. And then for any of our sellers who sold over $1,000, they should have got an email from me about the event. So I'll send out some more a reminder and some details tomorrow on that. So if you have any scouts that didn't hear about it that sold over $1,000, please get them in touch with me. But them and their families will get to come for free.
All right, thank you, Kevin.
Yep.
You want to do this
Yeah,
one too?
so coming up just under 2 weeks from now, on the 23rd, we got Frank Winters coming. It's one of our largest fundraisers. We still have room for auction items. So thanks to those who help support by donating. We have, I think, close to 50 items so far. So any experiences, gift cards, sporting tickets, it's all appreciated. And then we're also looking for airmen to help out with the event that night. And then I know we have Troop 168 helping with flags. So if you have any airmen interested in volunteering, just have them shoot me an email with another leader or parent on that email as well.
All right, great. A new date for Polar Day Camp as well. Any other information with this one, Zach?
Registration is fixed and live. And we're just going to have an afternoon session from 1 to 5 p.m. on the 26th. So mark that on your calendar and come on out. We'll have some, 4 or 5 different stations to rotate through and have some fun.
All right. And then these are events just to get on your calendar. If we're not going to give a lot of information, but we've got the scouting recognition event at the end of March, Beaver Day later on in April. And our goal is to in the interest of time and in future roundtables is we're going to do updates and announcements for things that are about a month out. And then things that are a little further out, we're just going to give you the dates so you have those, but we're not going to spend as much time so that we can keep things moving along and get you out of here on time. But you can always find information about these events at Gateway Scouting and use the search box up at the top to look for the page with information. All right, we are excited to unveil the new logo for the Centennial. And we also have, there's kind of a website that's been set up for that. Tim, do you want to give us a little overview of what people can find on that website? What content will be there in the coming months?
Okay, if you go to the welcome page right now, I'll just draw your attention. There will be a blog there where you can read about on a weekly basis all the different things that are happening and drawing attention to things on the website or maybe things that are happening at camp. And at the bottom, there will be a bunch of links that take you off to other pages to explore. So the Gateway Centennial will be multiple pages, not just this one.
All right, very good. And one of those events that you can explore is the Spring Camporee coming up May 6th, 7th, and 8th. And we do have another video installment from our Camporee weatherman to show. So I just need to head over to my other screen. This is the Centennial page that Tim was explaining. But here is another weatherman installment.
Hey y'all, Alan Abrahamson, your 100th anniversary weatherman. What? 100th anniversary? What's the 100th anniversary? Well, I'm glad you asked. All right, well, this May 6th, 7th, and 8th, Gateway Area Council will celebrate its 100th anniversary. We were formed as a council way back in 1921. What? Oh, you asked? Well, this is 2022. Well, yeah, there's this nasty bug going around back in 2021, and we decided not to celebrate our 100th anniversary then. I ask you, do you have some patches and other scouting memorabilia at home that is just screaming, hey, show me to someone? Well, have I got a place for you? As you can see, behind me is Hagerman Hall. Because this is such a historical landmark of Camp Decorah, it will be home to the Gateway Area Council Memories Project. Bring your memorabilia to Hagerman Hall for the anniversary, and it will be seen by thousands of people that are coming here to camp to see the history of scouting right in their own back door. We can set up a whole table for you to display your stuff on. Hey, if you got a box of rocks and it says something about scouting, it will be welcomed here. Like I said, thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of people will be converging on Camp Decorah, from experienced scouters like me, right on down to the new Lion Den Scouts and their family members who would love to see what scouting was like in the dim, dark ages. Even people will be coming from the general public to see this stuff. We will have armed security protecting your stuff here at Hagerman. Armed security? Yeah, back in my days, I used to be a security guard, and I can reprise that role at any time. And hey, I do have 2 arms. Ging gang, gooly, 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 what the ging gang, goo, ging gang, oh, well, hey, I can't forget about the campfire stage show. We are planning on filling up the campfire bowl, and we are putting on an awesome, and I do mean awesome, show of skits, songs, and stories. Be there or be square. Hey, you notice how I picked that saying out of the past? Oh, the weather, like I said in my earlier podcast. Now, hey, there's a word from nowadays. The jet stream will be blown in from the west over the Mojave Desert. The jet stream will collide with the warm, dry southern air, which will push this mass to the north, resulting in a warm, dry weekend over Camp Decorah. There won't be none of this funny white stuff lying on the ground. That I can guarantee you. With a weather pattern like this, don't you forget your water bottle and your skeeter dope.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so this is another one of those events that you should get to your families, have them get on their calendars, because we want as many scouts from the council and leaders and everybody else and former scouts there as possible to celebrate. We do have a couple of weekends still upcoming to help get ready. These are all Saturdays in February and March. You can contact Joel Thole for information and to set that up. Starts at 8 a.m. each of those days to help get clean up camp, just get ready for this event. And then as far as roundtables, the next roundtable is a month from today, March 10th. We will be back to our 6 scouting communities next month. And so we look forward to seeing all of you then, so that we can keep planning and sharing ideas and connecting with those other units in our community. All right, with that, I will turn it over to Joe for the council minute.
Great. Lots of stuff to be excited about in coming months. 2022 is going to be a great year for scouting. I think we can all feel it. So I just want to do a quick thank you to probably many people that are not in the room right now. So Monday, Valentine's Day, gets us thinking about maybe some of the other people in our lives. And I want to point out that behind every scouter that is able to provide significant volunteerism and time and effort to impact young people is in many cases a supportive spouse at home. And I want to note that we get a lot of individuals that allow you to give your time to scouting, and that we appreciate all those folks in the greater networks as well too. So take some time to thank that other person in your life for the way that they're able to let you give your time to scouting and help make our council a great place.
All right, thank you, Joe. We do have a quick poll. We do value your feedback to help us to make this relevant and meaningful to you. So we're going to get that up. If you could just take a moment to answer a couple of questions for us, we do appreciate it. Do you have something, Zach? No? Okay.
I was getting ready to hit enter on the poll launch.
All right. And we hope to see you all a month from today. It was nice to see everybody with your summer gear. Hawaiian gear gets us thinking a little bit about warmer weather as the snow is flying out there. So thank you very much. We'll see you next month.